The greatest gift I ever gave myself was healing. Because when you heal, you're able to hear things differently. You're able to understand people differently. This allowed me to begin to think in concrete terms, to understand the world a lot more practically, and to not always be looking at things in abstract ways. Which, don't get me wrong, I love looking at the world in abstract ways. It's what makes me play and think creatively and be intuitive. And also, it's important to understand various perspectives so you can build new skill sets. That alone helped me begin to ask better questions and was able to help me increase my lifestyle and my income tenfold. I'm not trying to make a video about teaching you how to do that. I'm just telling you that that's what enabled me to find clarity on how I needed to do that for me. Your way of doing that for you is going to look different for you. I'm not a huge fan of trying to sell people on how to figure out their lives. What I will do is teach you educatedly what I did to help make my life better through simple systems and processes, i.e. the 10 steps to alignment, which wherever you're watching this you can get, or the ultimate life planner for 2025 and every year that we create them, which has the 10 steps in it, by the way. Now, this video is not designed to be a plug for that. So if you want to find it, just find me, look at my bio site, and you'll be able to find the link for both of those things. The point is, though, that the systems that helped me heal, some of them, you'll find in this book. And it gets me to what I want to teach you too. So take a look at the 10 steps first. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, self-audit, personality test, Genius U, human design, blueprint, and your CDC one-page biz plan, 168, master the day, and MVP. Those are your 10 steps, the 10 steps that helped me. And then if you can't imagine, this whole Mama Jamma has a whole bunch of 500 more in her. So get with that, but do that on your own time, because that's, again, not the point of this video. Although, what do you think? Should I create one for that? If so, comment below. This thing is amazing, by the way. Clarity which came from inner analysis, introspection, and reverse engineering on a daily basis. Healing. Like I said, healing was the greatest gift I ever gave myself. And it's almost annoying whenever you're trying to start because you don't know where to. And everyone says it, but it's like, what does that mean? What is healing? At least I remember sometimes feeling that way. And I'm speaking to a specific group of you who know what I'm talking about. And I love that for us. I really love that for us. Because we have the empowerment. We can ask ourselves what's working and what's not working. And that's one of the best audits that one person can do, right? Is to ask what's working and what's not working, without having the shame attached to the fact that something might not be working, and while becoming aware, asking the right questions. I want to give an example of what I mean. Because today, during my, rising ritual of reflecting and asking myself whatever questions I might have, or writing whatever clarity points might be coming through, I realized the power of self-auditing and reverse engineering your schedule, because it's one of the 10 steps to alignment, your 168. But unless you really understand how to do the reverse engineering, you might not really understand how to make the most of the fact that we have 168 hours in a week. So what I call it for me is the Karina codes. I literally have an hour by hour breakdown, but in a way that's super feminine and not like taking me outside of what I want to do or who I want to be. It's just allowing me through reverse engineering to actually accomplish the goals that I have. Like to actually know, okay, if I want to see this amount of progress in this direction, I'm gonna need to spend this amount of time at least on it. And matching that with my astrology, matching that with my human design, matching that with my full 10 steps to alignment, and also the 80-20 rule, which is Pareto principle. And the 80-20 rule basically states that 80% of something makes up the other 20%, and the remaining 20% makes up the remaining 80%. So what that looks like in an example is if I want to spend 80% of my time creating art, then I need to spend 20% of my time doing the kind of income generating skills that will allow me to actually do that thing. So let me give a better example. Basically, 80-20, 80% of my energy goes toward the thing that pays me 20%, and 20% of my energy goes toward the thing that pays me 80%. Does that make sense? So for me, I am a fiduciary and I also work in real estate. So 20% of my energy in a day goes toward actually doing it. But you would never know it by the amount that it pays me. You feel me, girl? So the other percent, okay, that is my art. That's creation. And what's so cool about that is that it's opened me up to all new mediums of creation because I can play 80% of the time. All I need to do is focus the remaining 20%. And it has paid me handsomely. Like as handsome as I want my future husband to be. And then some. I suppose I should also explain what I mean by I'm a licensed fiduciary. So I can help people, and I do help people create their wills, their trusts, life insurance, retirement plans, long-term care, education planning, and estate planning. On the other side of that, I also help people with pretty much any kind of finance needs that they might have, whether that's like getting a home, becoming a first-time home buyer, refinancing their house, and again, that's not what this video is about. If you want to know more about that, get on my calendar. The point is that it's through healing that I had the discipline to even learn these skills. You understand? Like, how else would I have learned these skills? It took grit and determination. That came from healing. And healing came from it. Like, in the process of sitting down to actually learn something, you heal. And the choice to sit your ass down, sit your down to actually... Where is my eyelash curler? The freak. No, like you don't understand. I need my eyelash curler. I don't feel like it's a complete look, makeup or no makeup, without an eyelash curler. Okay, I found it. Healing is what enabled all of that to be possible. And that's why I always say one of my favorite phrases, which is, wealth is a spiritual practice. It really is. Okay, I'll record a shorter video with some steps on what I actually did to heal and some of my daily practices.